Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Immigration YTTV. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about Supreme Court hands Donald Trump new immigration win. The Supreme Court has cleared the way for the Trump administration to end temporary protected status for over 300,000 Venezuelan migrants. This emergency order pauses a lower court ruling that had blocked the termination. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. On Friday, the U.S. Supreme Court issued an emergency order allowing the Trump administration to terminate temporary protected status for more than 300,000 Venezuelan migrants. This decision suspends a lower court ruling that had found the administration's termination of TPS unlawful, effectively giving the government authority to strip legal protections from this population. Implications for migrants and communities. The court's ruling carries significant consequences for Venezuelan immigrants whose TPS protections expired earlier this year. By pausing the lower court's decision, the administration can continue its efforts to end temporary legal protections, impacting employment, housing, and deportation procedures. The ruling also establishes a precedent for future cases involving TPS holders from other countries, signaling how judicial actions can directly influence immigration policy. In addition, the decision comes at a time of national debate over the role of TPS in U.S. humanitarian immigration programs and the extent of executive authority over such protections. TPS background and legal controversy. Temporary protected status is a humanitarian program that grants foreign nationals temporary legal status when their home countries experience ongoing crises such as political unrest, natural disasters, or armed conflict. TPS recipients are shielded from deportation and may receive work authorization during the designation period. Under the Trump administration, TPS protections for Venezuelans and Haitians were targeted for termination, with officials arguing that prior extensions were misapplied or unjustified. Migrant advocates argue that sudden termination disrupts lives, causing job losses, housing insecurity, and, in some cases, deportations. U.S. District Judge Edward Chin ruled that the administration had acted improperly, noting that DHS moved with unprecedented haste to end Venezuela's TPS and appeared to seek legal justification only after the decision was made. A unanimous appellate panel also criticized DHS, stating that it made its decisions first and searched for a valid basis for those decisions second. The Supreme Court's emergency order effectively halts these lower court rulings, leaving affected migrants in legal uncertainty while the government continues its termination process. Dissenting voices and public response. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson issued a strong dissent, describing the emergency order as a misuse of the court's docket. She emphasized the harm caused to migrants' lives and criticized repeated interventions that preempt lower court proceedings. Legal experts and advocacy groups argue that decisions about TPS should come from Congress, providing clarity and fairness for those who have relied on the program for years. Next steps and legislative considerations. The Supreme Court's order allows the Trump administration to move forward with TPS terminations, but the future of these protections may ultimately depend on Congress. Lawmakers and immigration advocates continue to urge legislative action to create a permanent solution, ensuring stability for thousands of Venezuelan migrants. As the debate over TPS continues, the case highlights the complex balance between humanitarian concerns, executive authority, and judicial oversight, underscoring the ongoing challenges in U.S. immigration policy. While the ruling allows the administration to proceed, the future of TPS may ultimately rest with Congress. Lawmakers and advocates continue to call for legislative action to provide clarity and stability. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.